Hey everybody, this is Bennett Forrest of the Meali team, Keller Williams Legacy Partners. This is a quick instructional video today to help buyers of homes boil down their budget and figure out how to focus on the right numbers. So, for example, I'll have many clients come to me and I'll ask them what they want to spend, and they'll say, "Okay, I don't want to spend more than $400,000." And I'll ask, okay, well, what is your monthly budget that you're willing to spend? They'll say, well, I'm willing to spend up to $2,500 a month. And my response is always, well, that those two numbers may not always be in alignment. And so what I always try to do is help people focus on the most important thing, which is the monthly budget. Because housing prices go up and down. The last couple years, as of August of 2022, the last 2 years, prices have skyrocketed. In the past 3 or 4 months, interest rates have gone up over 5%. So that those two factors will always affect what people's affordability is. So in any market, if you focus on your affordability and what you can afford, you can make the best decision for you and your family at that moment in time. So let's look at this hypothetical $400,000 example. So the first thing to understand is makes up the monthly payment for $400,000. Most people, this is a financing situation. Most people are going to be financing. So if you're sort of a common type of buyer, which is a conventional buyer that's going to put 20% of the purchase price down, this is how you would break it down. So we go to our trusty mortgage calculator, which is basically a simple spreadsheet where you can plug in numbers and it'll do the math for you. And what we're really trying to do is see what this payment down here is. Okay, so we've got this house. So say my client looks at this house and says, I really think I like this house. I'm going to go check it out. So we go to see it and we like it. It's not the favorite house, but let's see what the numbers would be. So we're going to make some numbers here, and some of these are going to be hypothetical. So in this scenario, as I mentioned, this is a 20% down buyer, meaning you're borrowing 80%. So 20% of 400,000 is about 80,000. Now, again, interest rates go up. The better your credit score is, the lower your interest rate will be, and vice versa. So in this example, we're going to use a 5.25 interest rate. So quick aside here is I have this little section over here that tells you what makes up your monthly payment. And the way we look at that is we use the acronym PITI, P-I-T-I, principal and interest on the loan, 1/12 of your yearly taxes, 1/12 of your yearly homeowner's insurance, and then if you're putting less than 20% down, you're also going to be doing mortgage insurance. That's an explanation for another video. But for this example, we're just going to be looking at homeowner's insurance. So we put the hypothetical sale price of 400,000 at 5.25. So that means the monthly principal and interest in this case is 1765. Now we have to look at the taxes. So taxes are, of course, property specific. So this particular house, the taxes are 4476. So we're just going to pop that in our little spreadsheet. And it's going to do the math. It's 373 a month. The homeowner's insurance, again, this is property specific. Typically, you're going to be paying between $12 and $2,000 a year in homeowners insurance. So we'll just put sort of a hypothetical round number of 1,600. So that's 133 a month. And as you can see in this scenario, we do not have PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. We also do not have condo fees since this is a freestanding house. Okay, so this sort of checks both boxes for the client. They say, okay, I'm under 400,000, check. I'm under $2,500 a month, check. However, we don't love the house. The house, we wish it was a little bigger. We wish it was a little more updated. Whatever the case may be, this is not the perfect house, even though the numbers work. Okay, so now let's take a look at another house. So in this example, I've pulled up a similar house that is actually listed a little bit higher, 425,000. And let's see what the math does there. So now we're going to look at how these numbers change every time we change them. So when we go from 400 to 425, first thing that's important is you're not actually writing a check for the additional 25,000. You're borrowing 80% of that. So your monthly payment is going to go up from 1767 about $100, 1877. Okay, so we went up $25,000 in purchase price, but the monthly payment only went up $100. Now let's look at the taxes. So this happens to have more higher taxes. So we're going to do 62.99 here, and that's going to take our taxes from $373 a month to $524 a month. We're going to keep the homeowners insurance the same, and we're going to look at this bottom number, and it's a little bit over 2,500. So this checks off one of the boxes. So the conversation to have with the client is, I know you have did not want to go above 425, or excuse me, you didn't want to go up above 400. However, this house has the updated kitchen you want. It has the bigger backyard. Whatever those things that the other house didn't have, we're going to assume that this house has those things. So the only thing it doesn't have is the sticker price under 400,000. But if we look at it, and obviously this is a little over 2,500, but basically it's in that range. And the interest rate could go down. We may be able to negotiate a lower sale price. If we change any of these numbers slightly, we could probably squeeze it down to 2,500 or below. And so now the client is getting everything they want except 425, except the price of 425,000. But at the end of the day, does it really matter if it's 400 or 425 if this number is that you can pay every month and that it's the house that you like? So in other words, are you willing to compromise on several lifestyle choices that you and your family don't want to compromise on just to get it under this mythical number that you wanted? Or can you go a little bit higher, get what you want, and still make it affordable? And of course, there's a million different iterations of this. Every client's different, every scenario is different. But this is just a quick way to think about your monthly payment and your affordability when you're looking at a home. So, as always, I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, of course, you can call, text, or email me, Bennett at therealityteam.com, phone number 860-977-3176. And of course, if you're interested in a little bit more, I also have a buyer strategy that I look at that includes the monthly budget, as I mentioned, but also has a lot of other good tips and tricks on how to make a good decision buying a house. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.